Every day before davening, we talk about the Akedah that is mentioned in this week's Parsha. We start off with the words of Karbonis, Vayehi Achar Advarim Ha'ela, and we recount the story of how Hashem commanded Avram Avinu to go and sacrifice his son Yitzchak as an offering to Hashem. This story truly shows us the idea of Mesiras Nefesh. But the question does come up. For thousands of years, we've been reminding ourselves of this story of Avram Avinu's Mesiras Nefesh. But what makes it so special? What makes it so special that for thousands of years we've been reminding ourselves of this story every single day? Throughout Jewish history, we've had so many people be Meiser Nefesh al Kiddush Hashem, from the Asara Harugi Malchus, the 10 Tanoim who were killed by the Roman Empire, to Chana and her 7 sons, to the Crusades, to the pogroms, to the 6 million Jews who died al Kiddush Hashem in the Holocaust. What makes Avram Avinu's Mesiras Nefesh so special that we have to mention it every day for thousands of years? And the truth is, we can answer this with a story. Rav Yosef Cairo, the composer of the Shulchan Aruch, the code of law which we use until today, was once learning a very difficult piece of Gemara. And he was very confused, he had a lot of questions on it, and he sat for days figuring out possible answers, and it didn't work, and more questions and more answers, until he finally came up with his chiddush, his clarification, and he answered all his questions. The next day he walks into shul, and he sees people learning, and lo and behold, they're learning the same Gemara that he was learning a little while ago. And he was curious to know how they would explain it. And lo and behold, it took them 3 seconds to figure out what Rav Yosef Cairo took 3 days for. And now Rav Yosef Cairo was stunned. Where did he go wrong? He's like the Talmud Chacham of the generation, but these people who weren't even Talmidei Chachamim figured it out in 3 seconds. That night he has a dream. And a malach comes to him and tells him that what you did is that you brought it down b'poil mamash. That idea was created. You finally brought it down into this world. And once it was brought down into this world, it is now able to be discovered, so to speak, by every yid deep down. The same can be applied to Avram Avinu. He brought the idea of Mesiras Nefesh from a nice concept, but it's impossible, to something possible, to something available to every yid, as we all get Avram Avinu's koiches and his character traits and the things that he did as a Yerusha to us now, as an inheritance to us now. Avram Avinu's Mesiras Nefesh enabled us all to go on our own Mesiras Nefesh. He made it available to every single yid and enabled us to go on our own Mesiras Nefesh. And while Baruch Hashem nowadays, that might not mean every second worrying about giving up your life for Torah, it does mean the Mesiras Nefesh in our daily lives. The little things that stop us from serving Hashem properly. We should know that none of these challenges are impossible. That we have the koyach within us, from Avram Avinu, from his original Mesiras Nefesh thousands of years ago. That enables us now to overcome our own challenges, to go on our own Mesiras Nefesh, and to ultimately serve Hashem in the perfect, right way, ultimately bringing the coming of Mashiach. Wishing you a wonderful Shabbos.